Yeah. Well, let's just get the big news out of the room.
Yes.
Last episode, Erik coined himself the boner killer.
The boner killer.
And today is the boner killer's birthday.
Boner killer's birthday.
How did I become the boner killer?
You said rest in peace, boner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
When
true.
we were talking about
Yes.
growing
Yeah.
pains.
I
And
forgot
so
about that.
you were the bearer of bad news. You were the Grim Reaper, if you will. So you were officially the boner killer.
Yeah.
So welcome to the
That's
party,
awesome.
pal.
Boners tend to show up on birthdays. You'll be okay.
The first of many today.
Oh.
Yeah, but happy birthday, buddy.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday, dude.
The big 4-4.
4-4.
Yeah.
We had a little fun thing here in the studio. Girls showed up,
Yep.
brought some cake.
Yep. His
Balloons.
wife and daughter showed up, and our ladies and kids, and yeah.
It's a family affair around here,
It
guys.
really
That's
is.
what this podcast
He was
is all
definitely
about.
surprised.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
we were having to stall, and he was like, "What is going on?" And
Leave
I
it
was
up
like,
to that. Like,
Stop
come on.
asking questions,
They
I
had
don't
it
know why
like
all
an-
of a sudden it felt really hot in here. I think I was turning red. I
They
don't
had
know.
the girls had another stop and then another stop. I'm like, just
I know. I'm
Get
like,
over
"Can you
here."
just get here? We don't need the noisemakers. Just on the double, get here."
right. So
And we had some other studio guests.
We did, yeah. So I guess we can just kind of say props to Mango Mustache.
Yeah,
That's
the
the studio we are recording and filming in going forward.
Yeah, shout out to them and us being in here and this beautiful sound that you're hearing now. Really got a good thing going on with them and shout out to them and this fantastic place. This
I
place
know.
is awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
It really is cool. So hopefully we'll get some behind the scenes kind of stuff here
Oh, we will.
on some stuff, but it's really cool. So
Yeah.
shout out to those guys for sure.
But this is our new home.
There it is.
This is our second time, and
Mm-hmm.
only about 2,000 to go.
We're not going anywhere. We made the mistake of letting us in. We're not going back.
Okay, so I'm just going to do this because it's staring me in the face, and I don't want to do this one, and it's just getting warmer. So,
Yes.
Eric, why don't you hit us with whatever the
What
hell
is
in
the
these
drink of
red
the day
cups?
here?
Yeah. So the drink of the day is called Gator Wine. I found this on TikTok. I've seen it a couple of different times and finally found the actual recipe for it. And essentially it's red wine. So, and they say don't buy anything too expensive
Don't go
because you're just
classy.
wasting it. Get something kind of cheap red wine and light blue Gatorade. So it has to be the light blue color of Gatorade.
Like the glacial freeze, I believe.
I think that's what it's called.
Is that
yeah.
what it's called?
Because there's the darker blue. This is actually my favorite Gatorade is the glacier freeze. But I'll tell you, I don't
Not
know.
anymore. Not after today.
That's the problem. It's going to be ruined. Yeah. So that's the thing. I thought it was going to be, a shot or a small glass. No, this is about 3/4 full red Solo cup. So
So if we start slurring our words a little earlier than normal, you'll understand it's
Hey,
because of the birthday boy.
I was going to say we're celebrating. It's a birthday around
It
here.
is.
so-
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
What says celebration more than wine, really? So I mean, and champions drink Gatorade. So
That's true. We are
and
staying
Gatorade,
hydrated.
Is Gatorade still cool? I think it's still
Yes.
cool. I think it holds up for sure.
Gatorade can never not be cool.
Okay.
Like Powerade tried to come in there, and everyone's like, "Fuck you, Powerade."
Right.
It was kind of like in the '90s when Reebok was cool, but it didn't hold on.
Right.
Powerade is
Had a
like the
moment.
Reebok.
Yeah,
of,
they had it's a
Gatorade
great
will always be the
description.
Nike.
They are the yes, that's a good one. So
And I will say one more quick thing. I feel like an idiot. Last podcast, I noted how I chug loud, and I apologize. And then I didn't realize these beautiful mics we have now just completely take that away.
Yeah.
So we'll see if you can hear my chug or not.
it's
So,
okay.
I've got some filler audio for that, so we're good.
oh fuck me. Okay.
Feel free to keep making fun of him though. He's awfully upset about it. So happy birthday.
To the birthday boy.
Cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers to many more, brother. Okay. The sound was a nice touch. I like that. It was really hard not to laugh and spray Gator wine all over the place. Well played, sir. Well played. Well played.
you. I don't know. Oh God.
I didn't think it was that bad. I normally don't like red wine.
I'm not if I'm gonna drink wine, I drink red wine.
Like,
But I'm
you
not
want
a
it-
big that's just not really my go-to unless I'm
But when you
Yeah,
drink
trying to
red, do you
fancy it
want
up.
it dry?
I like just like a red blend.
That's what this
So
is.
is that
a
what
red
this is?
blend,
Like a
yeah.
red blend. Yeah, I like that. Or Malbec. Like
okay.
Malbecs.
I just can't do the super dry reds
Yeah.
where you swallow and you just feel like you're in the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
Like I can't stand that. So
Honestly,
the Gatorade was a nice
I
touch.
kind of like that.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
mean,
I think it's good.
it's
Yeah.
actually not bad. I mean, it has. I mean, come on, Gator Wine. It has like the toughest name for. Then when you said the ingredients, I'm like,
That's true because
red wine and Gator, like
Winerade sounds like shit.
yeah,
So.
right, but like,
All I could think of
Gator wine sounds like this is how we do it.
all I could think of when we were talking about how tough the name was is
Gator don't
like,
talk no shit.
No,
Or
like-
take no shit.
well, it has electrolytes. So I was thinking like Brondo. It
Oh,
has electrolytes.
isn't that Idiocracy?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that's a movie. Have you ever seen that?
No, Idiocracy.
Dude, Mike
that
Judge
just
made
came
it,
out.
and I
Yeah.
think it was the '90s. So he was the creator of Beavis and Butthead, and it was basically like if the future was ran by the biggest. I can't remember the premise
Dude,
of how
you just
everyone
have
gets
to watch
stupid.
it.
It's
Okay.
so good.
Honestly, you have to just
Well,
watch
I'm
it.
excited that you guys gave me something to watch for the first time. So I am on it, and I'm going to report back because I am.
How long do you think it'll take him to watch it? Over under of a month.
Yeah.
I'm saying 2 months. Dude, it's
So because I'm
summertime.
chugging wine, we might need to make a note of it, and then that way I don't forget about it. You know what I mean?
If
But,
someone
you
can
know,
go ahead
that's
and
what
email
makes
us
it-
that Sean needs to watch Idiocracy, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
it's
The
in the
email
show
is
notes.
we're still
In the
cool,
show
right?
notes.
At gmail.com.
Yes. Again, say that again, would you?
It is we're still cool, right? At gmail.com. And we would love to get some feedback. Why don't you say what we were talking about
Yeah.
before this?
So we were talking about earlier how we get some feedback and some stuff in. So part of what we like to do here is ask, are things still cool? The backwards hat, we discussed that.
Definitely
Is the
cool.
backwards hat so cool? And we got some confirmation from the ladies that they like the backwards hat.
yeah,
Even
no one
on
said no.
SSA. No.
Everyone
I didn't
said
get any
yes.
no's on that one. Our cargo shorts still cool. We
Yes.
agreed that we think they're cool, and so that can be a little debatable. But if you have any other ones, we are open for them. But I did think of one today.
Hit me with it.
Our car stereo is still cool. Do you remember how,
Dude,
like,
I could talk about
how
this for
car
hours.
stereo? Do you remember like how big of a deal that was?
subs. Yeah.
Yeah, like subs, the whole deal, and then
Because if you noticed, you hear it every now and then, but back in our day, everyone had a system. You had to have subs.
Yeah.
The first Ave on a Friday or Saturday night was just everyone was thumping.
nobody rode in your car if you didn't. Like you're like you had to
would
have
you
something.
Yeah, why are you even riding your piece of shit? You
Yeah,
can't even hear the
right,
music.
Right. Yeah.
So I will say, like, Logan at one point did say, like, I want to get some subs. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that was still a thing.
Right.
But every now and then, where I live, I'm by a busy road and you will hear it thumping. And I'm like, oh my God, just makes me feel like a kid again.
Right.
But I don't think they are. I mean, I think it's a very select few that do it still.
Sure. Did you have a system?
Not a good one.
Okay.
But I had like two 10s and like a small amp and that was it. Whereas
So-
like most people had the giant, trunk full.
Yeah.
And, I was like, no.
Shout out to my cousin Ben. His system was badass.
Was
Like,
it?
Yeah, he had the full like
And
he
it
did
sounded
the-
good.
Yeah, like sounded awesome.
Yeah.
And he did the full like working at Hy-Vee where he worked like every day, like
To
Hy-Vee let
save
you
up.
work just to save up until he got enough and then, bought it. And like he had, I feel like JL audio or
JBL?
JBL. I don't remember what it was, but
Well, there's
whatever.
both. There's
Yeah, I think
The
it was
JLs,
JL.
whatever he had, the JL, like he had the best one. And they were, I mean, we can debate that, I guess, of whether it's the best or not, but his sounded so bad.
Well, here's the other thing is, we didn't have, a Bluetooth. And so everyone you had to have a deck.
Yeah.
Right. You had to have the detachable face.
Yep.
So, it's dope and no one's going to steal
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
And like now,
And then you needed the CD case that had, all
Oh
of them
my
in there
God.
that you're,
dude,
texting
shout
and
out
driving
to
or-
our buddy TJ who drove a conversion van for a while. And like he had the biggest CD folder I've ever seen in my life.
What, just,
and that
of just techno music?
bro, it was like that or like death metal. It was like Cradle of Filth or like all the techno music. It was like, is there an in between? Oh no, that's not true. He loved Lou Bega, like Mambo No. 5.
Oh.
Too. Yeah. So like you talk about a broad spectrum of music, it's that guy.
It,
But he-
like whatever visual you're getting of this guy, it's accurate, right
accurate.
now. You have it
Yeah.
right
He's-
now. You have it nailed. Yeah,
He's the man. And he would be
is the man.
driving, eating a burger, flipping through that, like checking his phone. I mean, not checking his phone because we had pagers then. You know what I mean?
I'll say phone. What are you talking about? I don't
Yeah.
know.
But he did all of it on the go. And I'm like, now I can't imagine looking, or you had the CDs up above your visor.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I'll just look away from the
Yeah.
road for a few minutes. And,
But even then, like you can only have so many. You needed then it was
That's
like
true.
bigger the booklet than or was that like because did you ever have yours stolen?
no,
Mine got stolen.
No.
I had.
I actually still have my,
Do you?
Yeah,
Do you have
like-
the CDs in it?
yeah.
I'd
yeah.
see.
Oh my God, I
mine-
should bring it in and like go through it.
We
'cause
should.
I haven't done it in years.
We should because mine got stolen like towards the end, like of when I was kind of getting out of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where I wasn't into it anymore. And I remember it was like the insurance company had to write down every one that I had, and then I got money back for them.
Really?
Like, and so I had to write them. I just happened to have like all the cases, so it didn't take me. You know what I mean?
Now here's the question: did you pay a penny for them through CD Warehouse? Because you might still owe them money.
Yeah, no, I did. No, I never got into that. Did you ever do that? I never did
BMG.
that. Yeah,
Oh boy, did I!
I mean, I had friends who, like wrong addresses and everything.
Yeah, I was never going to do it.
Just criminals.
Yeah,
right?
dude, I know I'm going to be thrown in jail for this, but hopefully the statute of limitations is up. I did it, but that's because everyone else had done it, and they're like, no, you just throw it in there. They don't even care. They don't even hit you back up. And they really didn't. I think they just expected that.
So I heard some stuff on this, and whether it's true or not, we can fact check this. But
if
I
I'm
heard
going to jail,
that
delete this.
it's the studios that used to pump money to these places because then the more CDs would go out, that would pump out
radio time play.
Well, no, or it would also pump out like a platinum record. So like all those
Oh.
CDs that you'd get for like a penny.
So they really didn't care.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know. That's what someone said that was one of the
I'm sure
actual
they'd love to get paid,
models there for it or whatnot was that. And that's back when they used to make a lot of money off that stuff. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
like streaming ruined all that, but I had heard that. I don't know, Eric, you got anything on that?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the studios behind it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think they did want people they kind of wanted it to be a subscription model.
Yeah.
know? Like it was some of the early subscription model concepts, but it never, people they signed up for it and they canceled it, and
Because
Well,
they did
also-
it with movies too. Like they ended up doing Disney did like VHS tapes. I mean,
Yeah.
so
I mean, also, I suppose we were kids at that time, so we were being jackasses about it. But there's probably like people that would be our age now that were into music that'd be like, this was a great way to get them and actually follow
Yeah.
the rules at
I
like
mean,
$16 a month got you 10 CDs.
that's the
you know what
thing.
I
At
mean,
the
or
end of the
whatever,
day,
like,
it was
yeah.
actually a pretty good deal.
It was. And
We were just all like,
had to fuck it
"Nah,
all up.
take
We
our
couldn't
penny and I'm outta here."
Still not good enough. We got to rip it off. Yeah.
I was in a small town, so I was at least 30 minutes away from any store that you could get CDs in. So
Yeah.
it was great for me. I got them shipped right to my house. Like
Nice. You were probably the guy who paid.
I did for a while,
You did
yeah.
follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just a
I
good
got all
guy.
the-
He's just the
Man, he
best.
really is.
I know.
He really
I
brings
did-
us up.
I don't
He
know what we'd
really
do without
brings
him.
us up a lot.
I
Yeah.
did play the game of I signed up for each one of them and got the free CDs.
Sure.
And then
Oh,
signed
yeah.
my mom up for it and got free CDs. Like I did that for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I do feel I want to say I remember getting a Maroon 5 CD, like their first one, but that maybe I'm thinking wrong because I feel like that would have been after this all was.
I'll
a
say
thing.
Maroon 5. Wow. I don't think they would have been around at that time.
Or
but-
no, Matchbox 20. That's what it
Okay.
was.
Okay,
That's
that
what it
sounds
was.
more-
I'm like, I just saw the
That
the
sounds
label.
more to the
Yeah, they're a little bit older. than
Here's a
that.
fun question for you guys. What was your first CDs?
I remember mine.
you want the very first CD I got was Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yeah.
I believe that. I believe that. Oh my god.
Baby Got Back. You kidding me? Oh
So,
man.
I don't remember my first. I remember my first cassette tape, and I know that's like going way old.
Yeah.
But I want to say his name is Public Joe. He had a song called "Live and Learn." It was a rap song, but it was like you got to live and learn before your bridges burn. I don't know, but I'll never forget that. I want to say it was Joe Public. My cousin loved it, and I loved the song, and I just walked around with that on my little Walkman
Sure.
and thought it was the shit.
Yeah.
I think my first CD was Coolio.
Yes.
I think it was.
Cool.
Yeah, you were right. Joe Public.
Joe Public. I can't
Public.
believe I remember that. Yeah,
All right.
that's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
Hold on, I want to guess Eric's. Give me a hint.
Okay, so I grew up in a small town.
Country.
Definitely country.
Garth Brooks.
That was one of them.
Oh, damn.
So Garth Brooks, No Fences,
Okay.
and Crisscross.
Make you jump. You bet.
Can we do our next episode
I
with our
got them at
clothes
the
on
same
backwards?
time.
Yes.
I got them together.
Oh, nice.
Crisscross, man.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
See, now my mind's racing, and I'm thinking of like, did you ever watch the House Party movies?
Oh, yeah.
With Kid and Play?
Kid and Play, you bet.
They're
Yeah.
so good, man.
Oh,
But I saw a Kid recently in like an interview, and I was like, oof,
yeah, you didn't age well.
we're old.
Yeah.
Yeah. He don't have a flat top no more.
No.
It fell.
Yeah. it's just going away. Huh. We got a little
We just
list
talked
there,
about 40 things, and I don't think I finished talking about any of them. But back to the system thing, I don't think it's a thing anymore. But I have noticed, like, so I have a very nice, like, I have Bose speakers like built
Yeah.
into my SUV,
Yeah.
and it's insane, like, because they don't make cars with good speakers anymore. You could blow them easily if you were fucking around.
Mhm.
And Logan gets in my car and he's like, "Can we go listen to music in your car?" Because
Oh,
they love the
nice.
music and it sounds so much better. But now I'm actually gonna be buying a new vehicle soon, and it's gonna bum me out if it doesn't have like really
to
good
take the
speakers.
speakers.
That or Yeah, get some installed. Go to the Geek Squad. Or
Is that where you go?
Ask Eric
No,
to maybe
there's-
do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I did Nathan's.
Is the Geek Squad still a thing?
Because mine are blown. Yeah, it is at
No,
Best Buy.
it's
Oh,
still
no?
there, but they don't. Their audio thing is completely gone. Basically, they
Really?
don't really do car stereos. They
God,
do
that
like
place used,
alarms.
like that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
back in
it
the
was
day,
the
that was
thing.
line. Like you'd be a week out to get an appointment if you got a new stereo system.
Dude, there was
like,
audio stores all over the
Yeah.
place. Like the one over on
Audio
Old Mirror
Room,
Road. Yeah,
audio
that's what
room,
it was.
That was American. And then like
There's 2 or 3 still in town that do
Is there
car
really?
stereos, and they're really good.
are they?
Yeah.
Because I need to get
I thought that
my.
was a thing of the
I bought
past.
that older truck.
Yeah.
Speakers freaking blown in it.
Yeah.
Like, bad. It's so bad.
It's a game changer.
But
like,
I was looking at just doing it myself or whatever, replace them. But then, first of all, I'm not great at that. And then it was like, you have to take off the panel and the clips break all the time. I'm like, I'm going to end up fucking this thing.
You
up
gotta make
more
sure
than-
you got the
it's
right
I'm
harness.
I'm going to ruin this thing more for.
I have all the tools if you want to do it. I got the clip remover and the extra clips. And
he's got everything. all the
Nathan and
time.
I did his speakers.
Okay.
So we did his door speakers together. When it came to the subs, I'm like, I can do this, but I do not want to run these cables. And
No.
the other problem that I had, and this is the thing now, even with the cars we're giving to our kids, everything's integrated. You can't replace the head unit.
Yeah.
You have to keep the factory head unit because it has, all the temperature control, all that shit integrated.
Oh, yeah,
So
because you can't do any of that.
You're
So none of
royally
the
fucking- yeah.
aftermarket stuff anymore
Yeah.
is probably, that's
Aftermarket head units are kind of limited as far as
what
that
you can
goes.
do.
Yeah.
Huh.
So buy old and build it.
But they have ways to make it work. So that's why I went to the place and
I mean, it's a good point though. Like you take a brand new car. 9 times out of 10, it's got the full display. There's no, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't even know what to move.
Well, that's
to
what I'm saying.
find the
For
wiring.
my age right now, whatever, I'm fine with it. Like, it's
Yeah.
I don't need that, whatever it comes with. But my truck with it blown, it's like I don't have a backup camera. I love it. It's just old. I got that great truck. It's
I say you say it's old, but like it's
well, it is. It's a 2000.
Great, but
It's a 2000. But the guy who had it
doesn't look
just,
like it.
took care of it. Like it's pristine. It's in great condition. But it was, yeah. Like I don't have a backup camera because I bought it thinking that like maybe I'll give it to Cooper like eventually.
Yeah.
But now it's my work truck, and now it's
I was
like,
gonna say, it
am
worked out
just-
really
yeah,
well.
It worked out really well. So
I love
so,
when
yeah.
people find those diamond in the rough though. Like our buddy Nick bought this big Ford, like the King.
Yeah,
King
that
Dick
big old- the
edition.
King
It's
Rancher,
King,
that-
King
yeah.
Ranch, King
Yeah.
Laredo. I would just call it King Dick truck.
because it's huge,
Dude, it was the first truck ever where like not only did the tailgate, by the way, is 1,000 pounds.
So is
like,
mine. So is mine.
oh
So
my God.
I'll pick up the kids for baseball, and it's got the cover on it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you don't just throw it in the bed. But they'll pull it out, and every one of them, because their dads all have trucks, and every one of them, wham, because they're
used to it weighing 20 pounds.
Mine doesn't have the slow close or
Yeah.
the slow open, right? So it's just like you open it, and I see the kids like, oh,
yeah, like if there was a kid under that, he would definitely have a concussion. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
And then like, so Nick opened it, and then I go like, "What the hell is this?" He goes, "I don't know," because he didn't even know, and like pulled out. There's stairs that come out of it and go down, so you
Yeah.
can walk up into it.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I'm like, "What is this giant pole?" We lift that up, and it's a handrail
So you
to
can
help
put
the
it
old
in,
man
yeah.
get in. I'm like, "Are you out of your fucking mind right now?"
Yeah,
but
that's
you got to
funny.
remember, like back when they made the first King Dick edition, that was all brand new to everybody, I'm sure. So
It's the hottest shit there was.
yeah, and now I look at some of the things that cars have, and I'm just like, now we're just like coming up with shit to throw in vehicles.
And all it does is cost us more money to replace
Way
it.
more. Yeah, like there's some functions where, like a backup camera, I love.
There's
By the
Sean's
way-
cheap brain again going through something else gonna break.
God, man, Captain.
Sometimes
Tight
I just
Pockets.
hate myself.
Shut up. Hey, it's all of
Oh,
us. We're
jeez.
still cool. Hey, here's the thing though. I just lost my train of thought. I was talking about, like kid, do you use your like if you had a backup camera, you've obviously your Tahoe has a backup camera.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Eric, do you use your backup camera?
Yeah.
I use mine all the time. Logan and a lot of people, like he's not the only, I know so many people. Kara doesn't almost ever use hers. They just look back. I'm like,
and
I understand, but I'm like, it's right there. Like, why not at least use it half of it? You know what I mean?
I do it so much like that even in my truck, when it doesn't have it, I still put it in reverse and kind of look at the dash.
Yep.
Even though there's nothing on it. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
I've done it before and I'm like, what am I looking at? There's
Yeah.
nothing. And I'm still going in reverse. I'm like, I'm the worst version of myself. This is the worst. Like, I'm just like,
Well, and look,
But-
I mean, it is best to be able to not have one because, you know, not all vehicles do. And that's the fail safe, right? But I'm like, if you have it, it's an HD. I mean, a fucking Oompa Loompa could run by and you're going to see it. It's going to yell at you.
I always liked it more because when it gives you the warning when things are coming by. You know what I mean? Like when you're pulling out of a parking spot. And that's more of what I like it for, you know, or the quick look. There's no one behind you. And then like the warning that there's a car coming, you know, that I like that. And that's what you really miss when you don't have it. When you don't, like, that's what I miss in my truck. Like I was in Marion downtown, like parked downtown, and I'm trying to back out and I can't see, right? So I'm backing out. And some lady just lays on her horn, like stops there behind me. And I'm like, you know, I'm like waving. I'm like, I'm sorry. And she like wouldn't give it up. And I felt like being like, I didn't do it on purpose. Like I went out, I was super slow. I was not doing this. Like, just get off my back for a minute here. Like, I'm sorry. I realized I was wrong, but come on.
That's a big thing too. God, we go to tangent so fast. But people in traffic, it happened to me today. I was pulling onto Collins Road. You know, there's 3-lane where I was pulling on, and no one was in my lane. I saw the vehicle that was coming. It was in the next lane. After I was halfway out into Collins, it got over into my lane and then laid on its horn. Yeah. And I'm like,
you fucker.
Dude, you saw me a mile away. Yeah. And I just,
shout out to you dick. You know who you were. You were there.
It was a white SUV. And
white SUV
you.
On your lunch, you dick.
If you drive a white SUV, no, I'm kidding.
We're gonna start calling out license plate numbers.
Dude, don't fucking.
It's like the lottery.
I'm
HCB.
Who can out petty who? I can. Let's fucking go. But I just am like, we all fuck up. So when someone pisses me off, it's like the light goes green and they're on their phone. I'm like, I honk, but I'm not like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Everyone has done a fuck up at some point. Calm the fuck down.
All right.
It's different if they're like, if they almost kill you.
Sure.
Like if they run you off the road, not paying attention. Yeah. That is very different. Like, because I remember back in the day, you know, my significant other was pregnant with one of my kids, and like we almost got ran off the road. And I've never
been so just fired up.
Dude, I got out of the car and was like, oh, fuck it. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Because like, you know me, I have a lot of patience.
Yeah.
I saw
it.
So there's a time and a place.
And I know why it is. It was family and kids. That's what gets you.
That is
your trigger. 100%.
Yeah.
He's easygoing.
Dogs.
Yeah, and dogs.
God damn it, Erik.
All very family man.
I still haven't watched Old Yeller, and I won't. Or Marley and Me.
Talking about that, I thought about this when we were talking about different topics to talk about. You know what does fucking light my ass up as much in traffic is when somebody's going slow in the left-hand lane on the interstate.
You just bitched about this recently, Erik. I think.
Nothing bothers me more than like, and the one that like, so
I could do a whole podcast about this. Like,
so I, you know, like travel. I used to travel a bunch for my job, you know, just local, but I'd be on the interstate all the time. And one time I went around a semi that was in the left-hand lane, and he took me out, like wiped me. I went spinning down the interstate, like
Jesus.
In a semi. It was the scariest. Like I swear, I thought I was dead. Like I thought this was game over. Like I honestly thought it was over. I've never been so happy.
It's a semi.
That like spun me and then hit me twice. Hit me like because we were sliding. It was icy.
Jesus.
But anyways,
dude, that makes my butthole pucker. Like, that's terrifying.
I mean, this if I was being recorded, the sounds I was making in that car, you know what I mean? Like, it was not cool.
My feminine side showed itself.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die! Please make it stop! Yeah, oh my god! And then I remember thinking, like, right as it was coming in, I could see I was kind of coming off it was coming, and I was gonna hit the side of it. And I'm like, I'm going to get run over by the train. Like, I'm going to miss this and it's going to run me over. And I'm like, it's going to run me over and it's going to hurt. Like, this is going to be a painful death too, like as I'm getting smashed by a semi. And thank God when it hit me, that one shot me off into the ditch and then I was done. But so then someone said, well, that's why you don't pass anybody in the right-hand lane. I'm like, I get it. Like, it's not like I was weaving through traffic. I was going the speed limit and he wasn't. And I just kind of got over and was whatever. So when people get in the left hand, now I have like PTSD. I don't do it.
I was just going to say you have PTSD.
So when people get in the left hand lane and they're not getting over when they can clearly, it's like wide open. I'm like, fucking get over. Get over. Like, and I'm like, how do you not know it? Because it's like a huge pet peeve.
It's staring you
and
in
it's
the
set
face.
everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, left lane fast, right lane slow.
I have done it though, where I get over and it, you know, sometimes you get over and there's just no, like you pass the one person. and you're just like gliding and like kind of, I don't want to say spacing off because that's terrifying while you're driving, but you know what I mean? You kind of go into a zone, and it never fails. It's once someone like gets behind you, you're like, oh fuck. And then you get over, but then you feel like an asshole and they're already like staring at you. You're like,
Okay. Or someone does pass you on the right lane. You are like, oh shit. And you get over right away.
You get over right away.
I'm talking about, I've followed people where like it's been multiple people gone by and I'm like, that fucker just doesn't know how to drive. And that just enrages me. Like it really,
as they said back in the day, it really chaps your ass.
Chaps
my
ass.
ass. when you started saying it, you said it really, I don't know, grinds my gears, whatever.
No,
chaps your
my
ass.
It chaps my ass. So anyway, sorry, another tangent. But right when you're saying that, I'm a pretty patient person too, and
you are.
It's the one that just lights me up. So
yeah, it's just funny. You know, we know plenty of people who aren't patient.
Yeah,
and you like that's kind of what I always refer to as I'm like, Jesus, you fucking psycho. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then when it comes out of me, I'm like, God, that person would have killed you.
Right.
Like they would have just strangled you on the spot.
Right.
You know? I'm like, you have no idea. You're playing chicken and you don't know it. So, but that's another thing. You know, we've talked about like things we go down, like rabbit holes we go down watching videos and whatever. I don't like watching accidents because if it's bad, obviously that sucks. But like watching cars on a black ice surface and they don't know it, and it's just like
it's stacking up along
and like no one's getting hurt, but like it sucks. Everyone's shit is getting fucked up, but it's so entertaining to me because they must not be paying very good of attention because it's very backed up. But on top of that, then you watch people get out of their car.
That's the
on
one drives
the interstate.
Oh,
see, I got him. He's so pissed right now.
Well, no, I'm just like going. You took away all your security in the car. So like that when that
you're
happened
protected
to me,
by a ton of metal.
So I got thrown into the ditch, right? And I like backed in. So there's lots of snow. My back end went in. So I was off the main road, but I was still right up next to it, right in front of me. And the semi had a hard time slowing down to get over. You know what I mean? Because it was slick. And then he comes. I can see the guys like running up the interstate to try to make sure I was okay, right? Because it was, like me and the driver made eye contact. You know what I mean? That's how like it was like,
yeah. And you broke your steering wheel.
Yeah, I'm like whatever. And but my door was all dented, so I couldn't get out of it. You know what I mean? But I couldn't even roll my window down either to like wave and be like, I'm okay.
Yep.
But I was also like, I'm not fucking getting out.
No.
Because someone comes sliding in here. This is the only thing that's protecting me.
Yeah. And it wouldn't even be their fault. Like, you don't know where they're going to slide. You don't know.
And especially like that when obviously like that accident started to slow stuff up. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And it was like right at 7, I think it was like 6:45 or something like that. You know what I mean? So the highway patrol guy came over, knocked on my door. He's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, good, then get your ass out of the car. We got to get out of here. I go like climb over, get in, grab my stuff, and he takes me up to whatever. And
yeah.
So he's like, I got to keep traffic flowing. That's too, I'm like,
and I get it, but I watched one recently that was pretty bad. I mean, no one was getting hurt anymore because it was just people slamming into each other. But this guy saw multiple people get out of the cars and he's yelling like, "Don't get out of your car!" And sure enough, like a car slid in and bumped him. I don't think they got majorly hurt, but it took them out. And it's you were 5 miles per hour out of like knocking yourself unconscious or whatever.
Right.
I'm like, don't get out of your car.
So, anybody listening,
look, we're teaching
don't
you
get out of your car.
This is basically a survival podcast, and we're teaching you how to live your life and survive. Listen to us about everything.
So we went
See
from
where that gets you.
all these fun things to here's how you like.
You're all gonna die.
Now we're doing driver's ed.
Yep.
And interest rates and mortgage rates.
We are all over the place, guys. 1 minute we're young.
We could have named the podcast all over the place. It would have been just fine.
Yeah,
it would have been the same thing.
But it wouldn't have been as cool.
No, it wouldn't have been as cool. No, it wouldn't.
Oh,
I like it though. I mean, it really is. So little fun fact to all the listeners: we're working on some other things.
We are.
Some merch and stuff like that. And I had to explain to someone what the podcast was about. Just a quick synopsis, and I'm like, ooh, that's hard. I'm like, we're just a couple, 3 40-year-old dudes with kids who we think we used to be cool. I don't know if we are anymore. And it's like we just talk the trials and tribulations of life. But
no, but we have a good. Well, we got a debatable handle on what is cool, so that's what we like.
We like to
do.
think so,
We like
yeah.
to think so. So, hey,
You said
anybody
cargo shorts earlier, and I'm like, has anyone said no to that? Because I will.
Well, I don't think we
That'll
put.
get
I
me
don't think we
pissed
put
off.
that one out, but maybe that could be a little conversation here for the
Maybe
socials.
I'll throw it
So,
on the socials and ask people to vote.
The
but-
other thing, thanks
a
for
good
everyone
idea.
that's been commenting on it because it's kind of fun to go back and forth with different stuff and
It
you know
is.
that. But
We got some really good positivity
yeah.
about the backwards hat. So
yeah, we like
All
that. But
women,
you
by
go,
the
we
way.
can go cargo shorts with this one, but or the system that we talked about, system in your car. You know, we can go with that. But if anybody's done any art or done any stuff like that, and you want to throw something in the email address, let us know. You know,
Yeah.
if you're interested, we like to talk to you. We are talking to a couple people too, so I shouldn't, you know, do it
Sean,
like
what's
that. But
the
if you're
email?
interested, let us
I just
know.
want to see if you listen to me.
We're still cool, right? At gmail.com.
I should probably give you a harder question. I'm going to be honest.
I'll be honest with you, I barely.
Well,
made it
it's
through
just one
that
of those things where I never know if you're actually listening or if you're just like already thinking about the next thing you want to talk about. Or
We've already discussed that. But there's a good chance that yeah.
So,
I mean,
do you guys want to hear something that might make us feel a little bit cool?
always.
So, my 19-year-old who's off to college came home today. He's got a couple of days off of classes.
Shout out Nathan.
He told me that him and his roommates were listening to the podcast.
Oh fuck.
nice.
So, college kids are listening to us.
Oh,
And,
Okay, hold on.
you
though.
heard
What-
it here, folks.
Did
That's
they
what's
like
up.
it?
They were laughing. They had a good time. They thought it was interesting. They did say that they needed the guy with the velvety voice to talk more, whoever has the radio
knew it.
voice.
I knew it.
look at that, yeah.
He literally is the
Yeah.
glue. We would have nothing without
He
him.
said this girl came in and goes, "Who's the guy with the radio voice?"
Oh man.
See? And that's what I was telling people. I go like, you know, I've obviously made the joke about Eric and having the velvety, you know, yeah, girl voice.
Yep.
And I think yours sounds great.
Oh,
I feel
I
like
can't stand the way my voice
I
sounds.
sound like a woman. Like I have the highest pitched voice ever, in my opinion. And everyone's like, no, you don't. I'm like,
Yeah,
the
you
way
do.
I hear it is high.
I don't hear
Everybody's
it high.
too critical
Yeah,
of
I don't
themselves.
hear it
Yes.
high, but
I'm about to get testosterone injections in my vocal cords just to see what happens.
may go higher.
Why is it spicy? Oh, I think I can do that with the thing.
Oh,
where
Jesus.
you can
Oh,
disguise
Yeah, can you
your
just tone
voices.
me down and
Get
make
the-
make me sound like Tone Loc
Yeah,
in the
that's
80s,
what I
you
was.
know?
This is the tone low.
Yeah, play Funky Cold Medina. That's a song that a lot of people might not know.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Okay, I want to sound like
That's
that
like
all
Just said that for
podcast.
Mikey all the time, so that way, yeah.
Dude, that turned me on.
Right. All right. Switching gears a little bit, or getting back to it.
All right.
So we did throw out the R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
Oh, that was a tough one, man.
He's a good. I mean, just
Yeah.
what a
you
kind of. I mean, he's kind of been gone for a while from the movie scene
Because of his
just because of
voice.
his voice when he's been dealing with. But like when you look back on that, like, man, shout out to like
Dude.
what a great career. And I haven't seen this, but I heard this today on Confused Breakfast. They did like one of their one-off brunch things where they
Oh yeah.
they just talked about him. And they said that there is a documentary that he has out that's amazing.
I watched it a year ago.
Oh,
or
you did?
Maybe
Okay.
2 years ago.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's
yeah.
been- I believe it's his son who narrates it. If I remember
yeah,
right.
because you can't. Yeah.
It's fucking incredible.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. I can't remember all of it because it has been a while since I watched it, but he was like the original vlogger. He took a video
Okay.
I mean, back when the video camera was 40 pounds on your
Yeah,
shoulder.
that's what they were saying. They were saying that on that. Yeah,
Dude,
so,
he was like
okay.
the original, you know, CKY and Jackass, like where they started recording he recorded everything. So he's got like interviews he did when he was young. He's got so much cool stuff. And it's such a good, I can't recommend it enough. It's amazing. It's sad because it also goes into, you know, him losing his voice. And
I heard like any documentary, I heard there's other stuff where, you know, kind of lost some of his money and stuff like that with family and all that,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But not to dwell into too much of that stuff, or whatever. But what we did talk about was favorite movie.
oh God. So,
And like we kind of did put disclaimer, like, where was he the coolest?
yeah.
But, you know,
I mean,
they kind of go hand in hand. Like, he was just kind of one of those guys that was pretty naturally cool on screen, feels like.
dude,
I don't know.
he was
Yeah.
the man all
Yeah.
the time. I mean, in my opinion, if you're talking just coolest, I don't know if you can beat Iceman. I'm just saying, like, straight out cool. I mean, he's the high school jock dick kind of.
Yeah,
but
good
God
looking,
damn it,
just-
yeah.
I mean, fucker can play volleyball.
You
know?
wanted him to like you. God, could he play
Yeah,
volleyball?
yeah.
Jesus.
I feel like I'm the dissenting voice. I hated. I didn't like him. I was
As Iceman?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
Because you're just-
I liked him as an actor and the character
Yeah.
and everything, but I hated the character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
he was a
you
dick.
were just so pro Maverick. Yeah. I mean, we all were. We're like,
Yeah.
come on, you know. But then when you get older and you look back, you're like,
Yes.
Maverick's kind of a fucking dick. Like, actually, you know,
It's true.
you're dangerous, Mav. Like, we need the
It doesn't hurt
go-to
that
guy.
it's Tom Cruise in that sentiment.
Yeah, fuck short people. Oh wait, that's me. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I mean that's I would say coolest. Do you agree or?
I was on that one. I don't know. I've been all over the place because there's
There's a lot.
Okay, so he's been cool in multiple different ways.
Yeah.
Like I think, well, there's certain characters that are really cool or actors that are cool, but they're always kind of the same character.
Oh yeah,
Or
you
they're
get
always the same
typecast
person
for sure.
Well, or just like their personality.
Yeah.
They're probably natural cool people, but they're just always that way. Real genius.
Yeah, yeah,
That's awesome.
and that was early.
It was
Like
like
a
his second
second or
movie.
third
It was
role,
like a
yeah.
second or
What was his
Yeah.
character name in that? Like,
Oh, someone just posted it.
Yeah.
Was it
Mad
Nick
or
Rivers?
I put it
something
on
like
there. I put it on our socials,
Oh,
whatever
did
it
you?
was. I looked it
Yeah,
up
it's
because
like,
I forget what it was, but
I know I'm gonna say it wrong, but I want to say it's like Mad or it start with
No.
an M. I feel like, but
no, but that movie's great. You know, and he's like kind of the cool, smart,
Yeah.
like you know, whatever. But then, I mean, when it comes on to Tombstone,
I was gonna say so. Like my favorite, well, it's tough. It's my favorite movie of his is between Tombstone and The Saint because I.
so
The
then
Saint is
those are
slept
two
on.
different ways of being cool, though.
Exactly,
too, with that.
very
Like-
different
like,
ways.
I mean, Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday's pretty.
I mean, is
fucking
that
cool.
movie even anywhere near as good? That was a conversation that came up on Confused Breakfast. But is it?
Is it as
are they
good?
anywhere near? Is Tombstone anywhere near as good if he is not in that role?
No.
I mean, I think he's not the main character, but he is a big part. You know, I got
dude,
two guns,
he
one for
may
each
not-
of you. You know,
yeah,
like,
he may not be the main character, but that movie would be boring as fuck without him.
right. It just
know what I
be
mean?
yeah.
You
He just
needed
brought
the
that other
bravado
thing, yeah.
to come in
Or
there.
just like how he, you know, joins the, you know, like he's just drunk. All right, I'll go down there and we'll go down to the OK Corral. You know, like
it's
he's
like,
just like
you
yeah.
couldn't fluster him, and he was just so confident in himself,
Yeah.
like nothing worried
Yeah.
him. He's
Just
like,
so
I
chill,
know what
just
I can
had it.
do.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then the Saint, when he's just showing back up, like,
Oh,
and he's
God.
just a different. you know,
I
like,
just
all
I'll
the
never
multiple
forget that
characters.
movie because it's like I was young enough that I didn't expect what was happening. Now
Right.
it's like you guess everything.
Sure.
I loved that movie so much.
No,
That
Elizabeth Shoes in it too. So.
don't get me
that
started.
doesn't hurt.
Don't get me started on her.
You're
Oh.
Adventures in babysitting.
It's
was-
every,
that was my
boy.
childhood.
Shout out to her. Oh,
Okay,
man.
I have to say
there is
my
some-
favorite quote from the Adventures in Babysitting, and it's hit about 10% of the people I say this to understand what it's from, but I just always go, the dishes are done, man.
That's not. You are wrong.
A lot of people don't know when I say it, and it drives me crazy.
That's not from that movie. It's not Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah, it
it's,
is.
No, don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Fuck!
Same character or same actor.
Same actor. Yeah.
Same actor, different
that's
movie.
right. No wonder they don't. No, you're right.
You're right. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're on the
Dishes are done, man.
they're on the
Yeah,
roof
they're,
and he's
they're
shooting
shooting
the-
guns. Yeah.
Yeah, because she was
But he's-
she was barred from the petty cash box.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes.
God, I hate being wrong, but I'm so
Man.
good at it.
I love
Well,
catching
if
it.
it-
I'm so
got me.
happy I got that
You
one.
got
yeah.
me.
If it helps you feel better, one of the first Google results on dishes are done was Adventures in Babysitting. So somebody else has Googled that before.
No, that's what it's from.
Somebody.
Oh wait. Oh wait.
No.
No.
Wait.
It's from.
Oh, don't tell mom the babysitter's
Yeah,
dead.
Yeah. But somebody else has Googled Adventures in Babysitting, dishes are done.
By the way, who is the actor? Because he's the same
Oh,
actor
the
in both
dude?
roles. Yeah, what's his name? But anyways, so
Kenny Crandall.
Kenny Crandall.
Was he ever in anything else?
Shout out to you. I mean, those are two pretty good ones. I don't know. You hang
That's
it up
true.
from there, it'd be all right.
He owned the 80s.
Right? He was like whatever.
God,
Yeah, I don't know what else he was in.
I can't
that's
believe
all
you're totally right when you said it. I'm like, yep.
Yep.
I don't know why I always go to
man.
that.
Well,
You
it's the
got me
same guy,
good.
so you get to with that one.
Okay,
yeah,
but Elizabeth Shue,
Shue.
obviously, we
Yeah.
all know who my favorite
Yeah.
actor is and
Yeah.
always will be.
We-
Is
Nicolas Cage. for
absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
And like her in Leaving Las Vegas, so good.
Uh-huh.
And she was a.
Have
you
you
know.
guys watched The Boys?
I
Like a
was.
more
That
modern-
was going to be the next thing I bring up.
No.
And
Yeah.
careful with the spoilers.
No, I'm not spoiling anything. She's in it.
I will.
She's in it, and she
She's in
still
it.
looks amazing. So
She's. I mean,
Man.
she's.
Yeah.
In her 50s, but still looks good. I know.
Maybe it was a 10-year plan.
Deep breaths. Yeah. So back to Val.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
No. But yeah, I think I still, Tombstone and Sane are my two for sure.
Yeah. Well, like I said, real genius. But that was a big part. I remember watching that as a kid, and I loved it when I was younger. So, so that was a big part of it. But
Roger Ebert had this great quote about him, and like if you go to Val Kilmer's Wikipedia, it'll say it in it in like his bio. But like he just it's something along the lines of, and Erik will find it, how if you could define a generation with one actor, like it was him, and it's a shame that it's not talked about enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
that's
it's
a
so
big,
true.
and that'd be a big generation. Wow.
There was
It
time.
says if there was an award for the most unsung leading man of his generation, Kilmer would get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean,
I can see the unsung.
Yes.
That's a big part.
That's the part I forgot. I mean, because obviously it's Tom Cruise, and so, right? Like he was bigger, but.
Well, there's lots of big people at that time, or just whatever. That was like the height of.
But didn't it feel like he never got his flower,
he
fully
really
as much as he should have?
Right.
I think that's why it like kind of like messed me up. I'm like, oh shit, he died. I'm like, why wasn't he?
Well, I felt like The Saint was kind of like
slept on.
Well, it was slept on as far as a movie, but that was like he got a big role. Like I don't know, like to me.
But I don't think did it do well? Like I saw The Saint like after. I never saw it in the theaters.
I don't know. I don't know if it was.
I don't know if it did that big or not. But like, anyways, I thought it was a great movie too. Movie. Anyways, I mean, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Cheers it up here for that. Like
cheers to Val.
That's a loss here for that one. That's too bad. And really.
And anyone who hasn't watched it, watch that documentary because I mean, there's never a better.
I gotta watch. I gotta jump on that. It's pretty cool.
99% sure it's on Prime. I think it was a Prime documentary. So, recipes to him.
Right on.
Feels so much better to say recipes to him instead of rest in peace boner. So, sorry. Right. Happy birthday, buddy.
We're in our 40s. We're not ready to RIP boner yet. Let's go.
Yeah. So we got to get into it. I mean, today's Monday.
It's Monday. It's championship Monday.
There's a big game tonight. It's going
Monday
on
as we speak.
My watch died. What the shit? Yeah, I don't know, but it should be going on right now.
Should be going on. Where are we at?
Can we get
Where
a
are we at
score
with
update?
the?
Wait,
no. I just meant with our bracket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the score. Well,
yeah.
And then let's do a score update once we hear where we're all at.
Yeah. Where are we?
So, yeah, I'm a little sad about this. But,
Happy birthday.
I don't know if you guys watched it, but the end of that game is incredible. Like Houston was way down, and
it sounds like you're making excuses,
lost,
buddy. What's going on?
But yeah, I watched the last couple minutes of the game. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched it, and I was like, "Holy shit, they're gonna!"
It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, the whole thing.
And then Cooper Flag has a shot.
Oh my god!
To do it. I mean, and he probably makes that.
Well, in that last ditch thing, even with that, I was just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, he had with like 7 seconds left, he had the clear one in the lane to bury it and
easily.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a lot of pressure on one person and stuff.
It is. Not everybody can be Christian Leitner because Leitner bangs that thing down all day long.
Yeah, but didn't Leitner fuck the team over by calling timeout after when they didn't have it? Or who was
Chris
that?
Webber. That was for Michigan, Chris Webber.
Are you sure?
I am 100% positive. He had his own.
You're older than me. I believe you.
Damn, I need to really hold your hand through this thing.
Hey, man,
geez,
I sometimes I forget I'm only 41.
Just take my hand. I'll guide you. I got you, buddy. I got you.
Yeah. So at time of recording right now, the game hasn't started.
Okay.
It starts in about 10 minutes. So
all right. Well,
how are
we?
Get any,
how are we real-time score updates?
Perfect. Where are we on the?
Oh yeah. So I'm losing. So I was dragging that out a little bit.
I just want everyone to remember that I was confident that I was just gonna lose it all.
Yeah.
But
I've got the final two teams in the game tonight.
I thought I was pretty solid that and I even made sure to bring something tonight because I thought it was pretty solid that Mike was going to be losing. But since it's my birthday,
that fuck you.
You guys got to do shots with me.
Oh, God. And I don't deserve it because I've just been kicking ass this whole time.
I know.
And but
I think
it is your birthday, so
I think you'll like
it.
this one. I mean, I got some Jose Cuervo, so.
Oh, God.
Why does it
All right, I'm going to mute
weird?
and go pour.
No, hold on. I'm going to ask first. Why does the bottle look weird? Is it like a special edition?
Yeah. I'll let you see it here once we pour the shots.
So for those guys, guys listening, I was the one that said I would get it. And I was like, I'm not buying that. Because whatever. We get a text from Erik. Hey, guys, I got some time to kill. I'm walking through the alcohol store. What do we need for drinks?
Yeah, he's like, do you guys need anything? And I was like,
the laundry list got a little big, but
But the thing that I should have known we had our drink for tonight. We knew it was his birthday. We're like, we're gonna drink a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
We're not driving, you know. But we said, he asked earlier, can you bring 3 shot glasses? And I was like, well, we already have our drink. Why the hell do we need 3? We just need one for who's losing. And then he's like, well, yeah, it's my birthday. You guys have to drink it with me.
Oh,
What a dick move.
The Jose Cuervo.
Yeah, but
Cuervo?
it says Especial Tequila Gold with blue agave.
Ooh, okay.
But I don't feel like I've never seen that label before. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Happy birthday. What is? Ugh. Dude, that tastes like shit.
Take a closer look at the bottle.
That's
What
Malort,
is that?
baby. That is Malort.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That is Malort. I was like, why don't I hate it? I know.
Oh, God, you guys are fucking dicks.
He had no idea it was all me.
Oh man!
I fucking,
had no
glued,
idea.
I
didn't know
fucking
idea.
glued the labels on today. and everything.
Now I can see the label and I can see all the mark here from it.
Dude, I was like, I said earlier, I've never seen that label before.
You know what I was just about to say? I was just about to say, that's the best Jose Cuervo I've ever had. Then I'm like, the burn came up like, that's Malort.
Why?
There you are,
Why,
my
when I
man.
finally am not losing this week, do I still feel like a fucking loser? That is awful.
Guys.
That was your birthday present to me.
No, I actually brought you a present. Now I feel now
Take
you
a
don't get
closer
it.
look at the bottle. Like,
Let me see it.
Yeah, it is glued. It's not. There's a reason
Did you
why.
use a glue stick? Jesus Christ.
There's a reason why he did not bring that out till right before he was not going to let you get hands on that thing.
no, I did super glue and like got it all over my fingers and shit. It was
I
crazy.
hate you
but-
so much right now. I hate
I even
you
had to
so
like
much.
cut the Jepsons thing off the top so that wasn't obvious.
That's so
Dude,
good.
right when I swallowed it, I'm like, and then I talked and I about threw up.
I'm telling you, I did. I'm like, oh, I don't think that was that bad.
How do you not?
I don't
hate
know.
that?
I do not
It's
hate
not as
Malort.
bad as I remember. Like, or yeah, I don't think it's as bad as the
Well,
first
maybe
time
if
I
you
had
put
it.
a fake label on it, you get,
Yeah.
it's a placebo effect and it doesn't
I was
taste
expecting tequila and
Yeah,
I will say-
was like, I was just about to say that's the best Jose Cuervo I've ever had.
I will put this in the universe. I would way rather drink Jose Cuervo than drink
Oh
Malort.
no way!
I
I'll
said
drink
what I
this whole
said.
bottle before we do that.
You're
Ugh.
such a psychopath. You need
are the
you
man.
need to be studied.
You are the man. You're the, oh,
You need to
God.
be studied.
Me-
Donate your
yeah.
body to science when you go.
Yeah.
I totally thought you guys were gonna pick it out before. 'Cause,
No,
like
you-
the glass
you
has
kept it at-
Jepsons
no,
on it.
no.
and-
Oh God.
I mean,
still
now
taste it.
it's one of those things. Now you're like, oh, I can see all the errors that are all the things I should have
No,
picked up
I
on.
literally
but yeah.
saw it earlier and I'm like, it's like something looks off with that. But I thought it was like a collector's bottle or something. I'm like, I don't know.
I was just saying, well documented on this thing. You're a guy who finds cool booze and has cool. So it's
That's why I thought
we
that.
never just have trash stuff with you.
No, I just found some labels on the internet and printed them out. It's like regular printer paper too. It's nothing special.
no. I think
Hey, let's call out how stupid you guys are for not noticing this.
I think it's going to be more. We need to keep this out for more often when someone's like, "We're doing some
I
shot of
know.
Jose," and then they're like, they get them. Oh,
Absolutely.
Agreed.
this is a game
Absolutely.
that can go on.
Hold on. What? Well, if anyone listens, never mind. I'll tell you guys off air. I'm going to take my headphones off for a second and give Eric a little birthday gift I got for him.
It is time for his birthday gift, guys. This is pretty special. I'm not going to lie. I had nothing to do with it. Mike is, I didn't get you anything. I just gave you, I just bring you my.
You give him love and affection
good
every
looks
day.
and good looks and charm is what I
Your
give you right here.
presence.
Yeah.
So the card says "Happy Birthday, Sugar Tits."
Oh, and then the inside it says "Happy Birthday, Boner Killer."
He's really trying to
Thanks,
make this
buddy.
nickname
Yeah,
stick, guys. Really trying to make this thing
No,
happen.
Boner
I don't
Killer
know if
is.
you guys can hear the wrapping paper, but we'll
It's
make it
wrapped.
brief.
So there's a reason I got him this, and I will explain it.
Oh man.
You might have to show it on.
Yeah.
Or maybe we don't.
Do you know why I got you that? You son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, I knew there was going to be something coming back from previous birthday.
Yeah. What
gifts.
was the last birthday? I think it was like a couple years ago. What'd you get me for my birthday?
Well, it was your super soft birthday party.
It was.
So I got you a rainbow unicorn butt plug.
He did. He did. It was a pretty good size butt plug, and it had a long, beautiful unicorn mane coming from it. And I'll tell you what, it was more comfy than it looked. So
This is awesome.
Why don't you throw it here and I'll show everybody.
I can't believe
So
I did
in
that.
return, the gift back was
Yeah,
what?
so I needed to get him something. I'm like, well, he already did the butt plug thing. So I got him, it's called Creature Cocks. It's Rise of the Dragon silicone cock ring. So get a good shot of that right there. I looked at the girth. I think it's going to be way too big for you, but give it a shot. I okayed it with Aaron. Here you go.
For sure.
Take that, boner killer.
I love you,
got it.
buddy.
There you go. That's the,
Thank you.
I finally, after years after the butt plug, I feel a little bit justified.
Oh,
so.
Perfect. Hopefully,
Yes.
hopefully if we post this on video, YouTube doesn't take it down.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Well, we had a good run. We almost got one video up, didn't we?
We can cut that
Nothing
part
like
out.
being demonetized before we made any monetizing.
Right.
You know what? We're having fun, and that's what's important.
I'm having fun.
Yeah. I mean, I literally was sitting there. I'm like, what should I get Eric? And I was like, get him a bottle of booze. I'm like, the guy's got more craft beer, like wax bottles than, So I was like, I can get him a good bottle of whiskey. I get him a funny shirt, like just thinking of random stuff. And then I literally, that birthday popped in my head. And I'm like, I owe this guy a sex toy,
Yep.
which
So you get the guy
wasn't
that's,
the best feeling in the world to pop in my head, but it was way way overdue.
that's
so.
kind of friend you are.
Yeah.
You're a good man like that. You're
God,
you're
dude, get
one
that.
for the team.
I can still smell the shot glass,
Yeah.
dude. Fucking
The shot
stink.
glass is almost a little perfect for that. But anyways,
Just burn it.
God. I'm not a fan. Like I
so as we're on the birthday thing,
yeah.
best birthday gift you ever got?
It wasn't the butt plug, I'll tell you. Good segue.
Off air, guys, that was his number one. So just so you know,
I look pretty.
he walks around with this
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
tail.
I was so proud of myself for that. Like,
Dude,
Was
so
that
I've
when
seen
we were
Eric
at-
smile a lot. I've seen him happy a lot. But when I opened that gift and just like dropped my head in shame and looked over, I've never seen a bigger smile on my face.
Is that when we were over at is that when we-
Julie's?
we were at Julie's and there was
okay.
like, mother-in-laws and like, parents and stuff there. Like
Yeah.
there were adults.
Oh yeah, it was called the
That-
super soft birthday party. That's what it
But
was.
that was the whole point.
Julie, you
like,
made
and
the
It was
podcast.
kind of unicorn themed, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, they gave me a tutu to wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Kay.
I didn't really know what was going on. I just showed up. So
best sound
yeah.
there is. It's
Yeah.
National Beer Day.
yeah.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about that. Like,
I
this
know.
is how you know Eric is a fucking legend.
Legend. We skip right
Not
over
only
it.
is
yeah.
he like the biggest beer fan I know, but it is National Beer Day today
and the
on
coolest
his
dude.
birthday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's 44. That's big things for you.
Here's
Yeah.
44 more.
44 more. That's a lot.
That's a
having-
lot.
Anyways,
song.
all right, back to it. Best gift. What do you got? You got anything?
God, I gotta think. I might need a minute. Like I can't. Again, it's
Like or
really,
any,
it's hard to beat a fabulous butt plug. But hold on,
Right,
I'll think
right.
of something. What I mean, do you know yours?
well,
So-
I mean, I had an amazing one, so I mean, it's like a humble brag. I hate to even say it, but yeah.
Mine is like it's kind of weird because I forget. Like I have like tons of, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some amazing gift at some point.
Sure.
And that's why I would never want to say like, this was the best. But
car.
Well, but it's also like it's like movies, right?
Yeah.
Like there's always
Yeah.
another one. Yeah,
but like
yeah, yeah.
recent, so we got a hot tub, and that's like basically my Christmas gift, my birthday gift. Like it's an expensive deal.
Sure,
So that was
sure.
like, I was like, this is something
That's
I
hard to
wanted
beat.
for 10 plus years. So
Just like Hugh Hefner walking around with his robe on, just
Yeah,
making it happen now.
I've never gotten like a huge gift for my birthday. Now I think about it, unless I bought it myself, and to me
Right,
that's not a
right,
gift,
right.
right? So I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to like, I will give a shout out to my sister. She's like very thoughtful, and like when the kids were young, she made me like these collages of like the kids with like funny things they said, and so like probably that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Because not to get sentimental, but they're not going to be here
Sure.
forever in my house, so at least I'll always have that. I
Good
know
Lord.
I'm such a softie.
That's all right.
Can't help it, man.
I
But
got
yeah,
the
probably that stuff.
I got the full on best thing. I got a car.
I knew it. I was like, a car.
When I was my 18th birthday, my parents surprised me with a big party and gave me a car. So I was,
nice.
I mean, shout out to that. That's
What was the car? Do you remember?
oh, you betcha.
What was
The
it?
Oldsmobile Tornado Trofeo. Look that
Oh,
baby
shit.
up. It was badass.
I think I do
Don't you
remember.
how
I think
badass it
I
was?
do remember
Those.
that actually. Yeah,
They only
'Cause
made
you were
it
a couple
they-
grades above me.
Yeah,
but
they only made it for 2 years, and it was so sweet. I still
would-
have pictures of. We might. Well, I have to get
What's it
those on
called? Oldsmobile what?
the Tornado Trofeo. So
God,
was
it just
Tornado.
sounds
Oh
sweet.
yeah, it was yeah. Tornado was made for a while, but then this was like a special edition off of it, and it was like
Woo.
Yeah.
it was just badass.
Fancy
I got,
pants
Yeah,
with
I got lucky. But anyways, so
I bet you did
it's not
in the car.
that was back like I was gonna say. So that leads it. Is it so cool to have like a cool car? Because it was, it wasn't like the 70s where you had like a muscle car, but it was a pretty sweet car. Therefore, that
was it more like a little more on the luxury side of things?
Well, it was, but I mean,
that's what
this
it sounds
was like I got it like in '96 or something like
Well,
that.
but
And it
I'm
was
saying-
like in
I'm saying
'89,
for
so it was
then.
like but like it was
Yeah.
it was loaded out, and then the guy that had it, like where my dad got it from or whatever, the guy, I mean, he treated it like a baby, and it had wheels on it, rims, and the whole deal.
my.
Like it was bad.
No wonder you
like
got
it was so sweet.
Because like our kids
yeah.
can't even fathom the fact that like we remember cars first getting power windows.
Right.
Like I mean, there was the creme de la creme. Like a friend of mine in high school had a Cadillac, and it was like not the best one, but it was like a luxury version.
Sure.
And I had never seen power windows before. I was like, oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
Or no,
this
maybe
had-
that
this-
would have been grade school.
This
It
had
was
a
his brother.
sunroof.
Yeah.
This had a sunroof.
See?
And it had,
Sunroofs were big.
That
That
was
was a big.
huge.
and it had the
item.
tape deck and a CD player. Like it was.
Oh,
it was,
my.
oh yeah. It was
leather
and
seats.
It had leather seats, and the shifter looked like it was like a square in both. It almost looked like a jet type
Yep.
thing to do it.
I
It
remember
was.
I know
those.
exactly
It
what
was,
you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet.
Can you
Like, it was-
imagine if you put one of our kids in like that car now, like just what they would say?
Well, that's where I'm like, I'm sitting here saying this, and this is the biggest thing ever, that I got that. I just gave my daughter a car when she turned, you know what I mean? Like, we just got it for her for, like,
Where did we go
passing
wrong?
driver's ed. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, we really missed the bus on that. You know what I mean? Like, she just, and then I wonder why she takes it for granted and doesn't take care of it like I wish she did.
Well, and that's the thing though, is like, it is such a convenience thing. We don't think
For
of it
us,
as
It was a gift
Exactly.
to me. I don't have to drive into town, or I don't have to drop her off at school all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I've thought of that. Logan has his car and it works out great,
Yeah.
and it'd be such a pain if he didn't have that.
Right.
So, but the next thing is the next kid needs a car. Like Coop's gonna need one, Layla's gonna need one. I'm
yeah.
like, Eric's dealing with that. Like, Audrey's next. So,
Yeah.
it just never stops.
And the insurance doubles every time.
Oh my! You know what? I'm gonna stop myself right there because we're gonna just sound cheap again.
Yeah, I'll say, is it weird that I bring that up
It's so
again? Is it weird
bad.
that I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Like Logan was in an accident. I don't think I've talked about it, but like his car got told it was not his fault at all.
Right.
And I will.
still.
Have I talked about this?
Yeah, we talked about the accident.
I'm only gonna
Yeah,
say this
'cause then we
once to
talked
the
about-
lady
yeah.
that hit him. Fuck you, because
Because she was a bitch,
She was
right?
she tried blaming him, and even her insurance was like, "There's zero chances was his fault." I go, I know.
Yeah.
Like you can't force your car to jump 4 feet into a median and get T-boned when it was, But anyway, so yeah, but I mean, your insurance just doubles, triples, and
Yeah.
I'm scared now. Like,
After
please
the
don't
accident?
anyone
Yeah.
hit him again because I can't even imagine what it's gonna go to.
Ugh.
Yeah,
How old was he too? Did that put him on
he was 16, but he wasn't.
No, he
thankfully,
wasn't the driver at fault.
at
so,
fault?
like,
So did
If it
because I
would've
know
been
there's
him-
all those rules. I mean,
Yeah.
because when we were 16, they're like, "See ya, you can drive wherever you want to," and now there's all these limitations and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
on it. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. Like when
Probably a good thing.
now, you probably had nothing. I don't think there was any kind of intermediate or anything. I did
No.
have a little bit where, and I might be getting this wrong. If I am, email me. I think it was when you were like at 16, like maybe for the first year, I could not drive after midnight, but like only for like 6 months. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Okay.
You're not that much younger.
I was gonna say, man, that feels
3
like
years, but that was a thing.
I don't feel
Really?
like that was
Yeah.
What
I thought
year
that was
did you
like
get
a
your
thing.
license?
Like
No,
What year did
'Cause
you get
I-
your license?
fuck, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you don't do it off the top of your head, but
do,
time
do
check
some
here.
math.
Like,
Just say like not
like
100 years. Like
yeah, I'm
don't go-
59, so like carried the 2. Like no, I don't know.
We're not gonna live till year 3000.
Actually, I might have just shot myself in the foot. I think it's because I did lose my license for a bit.
There you go.
But I want to throw
yes,
this
enough
out there.
Question, folks. The truth comes
I
out
want to
here.
throw
You
this out
dig in
there.
a little
It
bit.
was not. I never thought this would come up. It was not for drinking and driving or anything bad. I got like. Now I remember. I got 3 moving violations in a year,
Oh,
and that made me lose it for a year. And then when I got it back because the new things were installed or whatever,
Yep.
that's why.
Then you had to go through it.
That's
Okay.
why it was. Yeah.
Was
I
it
think-
only 3? Because I got 5 in a year.
What the? Who did you blow?
I got 3 in a month.
in
it
a
was-
month.
Yeah, it was speeding. I was
Really?
dating a
See,
girl. in
2
Iowa
of mine
City,
were.
and I was driving back and forth, so it was an
Yeah.
hour and a half.
You're like, gotta get home.
And so like I would stay there till the last very minute,
I remember those days.
and then try to drive home at breakneck speed. Yeah. So I was on SR22 for a little while because of that business.
Yeah, me too. And you're right. That is what it was. But I'll just, it sucked. Like I got pulled over once, and I have a really good story, but I think I'm going to okay it with the buddy first before I say it.
Okay. Fair enough.
He might be related to you.
Yeah, we don't need to cut out half the.
How much do you guys think that like these stories that we get into and stuff, like, do you ever like go through, oh, did I tell my kids about this yet or not? Or are they going to find out about it when they listen to the podcast?
Yeah. I don't do it.
That's
been
a thing we kind of talked about on the way over here. Yeah. Like look, I have talked about how I don't sugarcoat things on my kids. I haven't told them everything. If they ask me things, I will tell them the full truth. But I don't feel like I'm going to just divulge my whole past, right?
By the way, the best thing I ever heard on that, if they ask you something, you can say, I'll tell you, but I can't untell you once I tell you this, just so you know.
That's, yeah.
And when I heard something, I'm like, that is the best way to
It might change your opinion of me. I'm letting you know
or just like, are you sure you want the answer to that question?
Yeah.
Dad, did you ever do this? I'll tell you, but I can't untell you once I tell you. So are you sure you want to know?
Let's be honest. That's just a great piece of advice in general.
That's what I'm actually talking just in general. Like,
Yeah, because there's some things, there's some things we all just don't want to know. And that's okay. But once you hear it, you're right. You can't go back.
I can't untell you.
God, it's like the Matrix. It's like once you take this pill, you're like, fuck. I'll never forget. Like my favorite part of that movie was, they pull him and they say like, if we wipe your memory or whatever, like you're gonna be another peon and think this is all real, even though it's not. And the guy like looks at him, and he just takes a bite of steak. It's fake. And he goes, ignorance is bliss.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I've always thought of that because it's like some people really just go through their life like that. Like, just leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. I don't care.
Well, and the other end, though, he got to live that life for a while. So when he's like, fuck this.
And then
No, but I mean, just he lived the real life.
Oh,
he got tired of the lumpy oatmeal.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that getting pretty goddamn
That's
old.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, do we have...
Are we there? What do we have any other
there.
topics that we hadn't hit? So we do. Oh no, we do need to talk about. I have Florida tonight.
Oh
yeah.
And Mike,
so let me verify.
Yeah, I was going to say
verify where we're at.
You guys keep talking for just a second.
So just to catch everyone up, what Sean and I remember, and Eric's checking right now, is I have Houston and Florida in the finals. We think Sean does as well.
I have him as well, but it's then who do we pick for the win?
I'm verifying yours. Mike definitely has Houston winning,
and I have Florida winning.
So we still have Florida. I'm just making sure.
So does that mean? Do you have either, Eric?
No,
he's done. He's done. He's got no.
So you are effed in the A. Okay.
He's definitely he's definitely taking the shot next week when it's not his birthday, just for the record. So
and guess what? Double Malort.
Well,
whipped.
Yeah. So no, Sean, you had Florida and Duke.
Okay.
Well, regardless, he needs Florida.
I still have Florida.
I had Duke and Florida.
But I was already up so much that I'm still leading.
Yeah, you're up on the points. But I would assume if Houston wins,
it's going to be a big
Mike
one.
wins the whole thing.
If Houston wins, I would have to win. But if Florida wins,
it would be the ultimate comeback if you had to take a few of the shots and you pulled that thing
off. And
off.
boy, am I going to make you guys feel it. Oh, I'm going to make. I might come in spandex, do cartweils.
Because it's no birthday next week, that it's the two losers that have to do it. The winner and the
Yeah.
Well, we haven't nailed down what the winner gets out of this. So
I mean, he got the joy of watching everybody take shots for like I enjoyed watching Mike take those babies down. But
what does the winner get though?
I like that you think you're going to win. You don't think Florida's going to dunk all over this tonight? Just make this happen?
No, Houston Bears
the
Duke,
Gators?
For God's sake.
Why do you think we had? Why do you think we had Gator shots tonight?
Why do you think it's the worst state in America and we constantly joke about it because it sucks? It's just meth and hookers.
And the Gators.
And I mean, dude, we'll never forget how good they were in football, for that run they had. But
the Miami, you're Miami. The U, come on, the U, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess we're not talking about them. We're talking about the Gators, but still, it's Florida, whatever.
Well, so
they always had Tim Tebow.
We should have our viewers weigh in. If they have opinions, we could throw. They could throw it in the email or post it on social medias.
Yes.
Let's do this. We'll throw out whatever people comment, and I'll put this on the socials, or you can email in what you think the winner should get or what the losers should do, and we'll take whatever has the most stuff.
Yeah.
So if Houston wins and you guys want to throw out there that the losers have to buy the winner a car, whatever. Just
The fun part about this is they're all going to know who's getting whatever gets voted on.
Oh shit, we can't do that. We can't do that. Yeah, that's fucked up.
No, I was thinking this is great because they get to like punish whoever they want.
That's true. But like you're definitely not winning. So.
I know I'm out.
So you automatically have to do it.
Yeah, he's a no matter what. Yeah. He's like the winner gets to slap the shit out of you. Eric's like, that's fine. Yeah.
Man. Okay. I mean, I'm game. I'm not even gonna.
We should probably just come up with something on our own too, though, as far as like,
so.
I mean, we know the loser is doing a terrible shot or drink or whatever.
For sure.
I'm gonna make you chug a 22-ounce ice instead of a 12-ounce. You know, that's brutal, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
No, but I've seen it done, and it does. I know I can't do it. You know, for being a
screaming,
being a bigger boy, I can't hold more than 12 ounces
cans
of
or
liquid.
something. Like, do they have them in cans? I could do a shotgun. I could do it.
That's another thing we should talk about sometime. This fucking asshole. He was the slowest chugger I've ever seen in my life. Couldn't shotgun a beer. Honestly, when he started, couldn't even shotgun a beer. It just never worked out. Now I can't beat him in the shotgun. Yeah. So, but he still can't chug out of a glass. Yeah. So I'll always have him there.
But it does explain him very well. If there's a challenge on the table, I'm going to fucking get it.
I'm going to learn how to beat you.
I'm going to learn how to do it, and I'm going to beat you. Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Yes. Yeah.
He probably built a program, taught him how, God damn it.
Yeah.
It's like he has Jarvis in his back pocket from Iron Man. So anyway, we'll come up with something as far as the winner goes. Yeah, we'll go from there. But
you got any dad joke time?
Yes,
feel like that's where we're at.
It's a very dad joke today.
Okay.
We're not going Sarah can't clap with the arms.
Yeah, no, not too dark yet.
Okay.
I've still found some good ones.
Good, because whenever you go to dark, let me know. I've got quite a few.
Yeah. That's a whole different bag we can dig into.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Why did the cake cross the road?
Why?
Because it saw a fork in the road.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I like to figure these out.
I'm too quick because I'm like, I'm never going to. That's just never been my thing.
Yeah. Your wife's going to be a big fan of that one.
Yeah, probably.
So again, guys, really, if you will, hit us up on our email. We'd love to, read out what you put on there and share it and answer some of those questions. So if you want any debate of what's still cool, what's not, send it to us. Or again, if you got any other ideas or anything you want to do, it'd be really cool to hear from you.
Throw something you want us to weigh in on, or even just if you have anything you want us to bring up, or if you have any reviews, bad or good. I can't wait to read them.
And if you don't want your name written, or we don't have to say your name or anything either. So just put it in there if you don't want it done. Otherwise, we just go from there if you got some good ones. But I got a feeling just based on our audience and some comments we made, we got some pretty.
I would love to see you guys do a mean tweets. That would be hilarious.
Dude, I literally said to someone earlier today, I was like, I can't wait for the first bad review. And they're like, isn't that going to hurt your feelings? I go, probably. But I go, I get to read it and then dissect it. And it's that part's fun. Right. I love that part. I'm going to throw it on a shirt.
Really excited about some good ones, but I'm really excited if we get some interaction of do you guys think this is cool?
I know.
That would be the cool
best.
Where we can debate it on there and then put it out there. So
yeah.
So yeah, again, we're still cool, right? At gmail.com.
Yeah. We're still cool, right? At gmail.com.
That's
it. Just like the name of the podcast. Or hit us up on Facebook or Instagram. That's where we post the most. Yep. We do have a TikTok. The name on everything is We're Still Cool, right? So
and we're building it. So it's all starting. It's all building. But come be a part of it with us. And then Eric, my man, happy birthday! You really
one more time.
Really are the coolest, dude. So
he's the glue
for sure. So happy birthday, bud! And to you guys, we're signing off.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you guys
later.